Hey guys, Jeff Discher, real estate broker of the Discher Group at Douglas Elliman. And today, let's keep it real estate. Today I want to give my opinion. As you know, I've been selling real estate here in San Diego since 2004. So I got into real estate right as the market was heating up back in 2004, and I was in the market when the market toppled in 2007, 2008. It was insane. It was crazy. That was almost 20 years ago. So if you remember that time, it was crazy. It actually felt like this in 2004, 5, 6. We had a buildup. We had multiple offers. The market was crazy. Rates were going down. Prices were going up. Supply demand was insane. It was a seller's market. I remember waiting in front of my computer for something to go active so I could send it to my clients, write an offer for it, then run out and go see it. So it was a crazy market back then. We also didn't have the technology we have today. Everything was paper, fax. So what is the difference? And what do I think is one of the main differences between that market of 07, 08 and the 2022 market? We have a lot of speculation about the market tanking. Is it a bubble? Are we crashing? But there's also, if you Google the market, a lot of optimism. We have Zillow saying 16% increase. We have different companies, Realtor.com saying 20%. We have all these different big national companies saying what's going to happen to the market, and we're seeing it. We're already seeing crazy increases in appreciation in San Diego County. We are seeing multiple offers. When I say multiple, I don't mean 3. I mean 20, 30, up to 50 offers on a property. It's even crazier than it was back then. And so what drives the market, and do I believe, in my opinion, from what I've watched, paid attention to, and been in it full time, what do I think is the main difference? I've been telling people this for years. I think the main difference is going to be the loans. So the main thing is going to be the loans. Back then in 04, 05, 06, 03, 07, we had these 3, 5, 7, 10-year interest-only loans that were all banking on appreciation in the market. So you'd have someone that made basically nothing. They were stated and interest only. So someone that made 50 grand a year could say, I make 100,000 a year. The banks wouldn't question it. And then they would qualify for an interest only loan they could barely squeeze into and pay. And then what happened was 3, 5, 7, based off appreciation, we didn't keep going that way. And when those 3, 5, 7, and 10-year loans started maturing and the balloon payment was due, instead of refinancing, hoping the market was going up, it didn't. The market went down. And the majority of those loans were 100% financing. The banks were financing the 80% first and the 20% second. So you had a ton of people out there that were doing stated loans, basically saying they made whatever they wanted just to get to a loan, praying that the property would go up in value so they could refi or sell and make money. And so when they got these 3, 5, 7, 10-year interest-only loans and they barely squeezed into them, when the market didn't keep appreciating, they were on interest only. So if they bought their house for $500, in 3 years, they would still owe $500. They're only paying the minimal payment to carry that note. So what happened after 3, 5, 7, 10 years? Nobody can afford their homes anymore. The payments would go from $3,000 to $5,200, from $2,000 to $3,000, and people just couldn't afford them. They were barely fitting in. So what happened? They stopped paying their mortgages and let their homes go, or short sold their homes. The difference in today's market is, I would say, upwards of 90%, and I'm making this number up, but I'm saying this based off all my agents and the offers we write. 90% are all going to be a 30-year principal and interest loan. They're not 3, 5 interest only. They're principal interest over 30 years. So if you can afford that payment today, you can afford it in 30 years, because most people only make more money as they go. So I've been trying to think all the different ways, maybe mass unemployment, but who's going to lay off that many people to really put a dent in our economy? I think it could happen, but I don't see it. I don't see any writing on the walls telling me that we're going to see a crash, besides obviously high prices, crazy demand, and outrageous terms. All definitely say that, but then when we look at what's happening in the market, as long as someone buys a property today and can afford their payment, in 20 years they can still afford it. So unless they lose their job, I don't see an issue. So I think that's the biggest difference. I think the biggest difference in the market, and why we don't see this instant crash happening, is because rates, or not even rates, just loans in general that were issued back in the day. We don't see those type of loans. We start to see some of those loan products show up, but not like they were. So hope that helped. If you have any more questions, you guys, I don't think we're in the same market as 07, 08. I really don't. We're in a much different, stronger market. People are making more money. People have better credit. We're in a more mature, older crowd of buyers, and I think it will continue to be strong. Jeff Discher on Facebook. I sell real estate on Instagram. Jeff Discher on YouTube. See you guys next time.